If you have scalp psoriasis, this right here is the video for you. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 3 shampoo recommendations for scalp psoriasis as a board-certified dermatologist. Psoriasis is a chronic inflammatory health condition that affects you internally, and it also affects the skin. Now, it can affect the skin in a variety of different ways. Typically, you have these red, raised, thickened areas of skin with an overlying white flaky scale, and it can, and often does, itch. Psoriasis can appear on your skin at a variety of different locations. Commonly, it appears on your elbows, your knees, your lower back, behind your ears, and it frequently involves the scalp. Some people might initially confuse it for dandruff. They can look very similar and they can actually overlap. But typically, scalp psoriasis differs from dandruff in that you have these very well demarcated, well-defined, raised, red, thickened areas of skin with this overlying white, flaky scale. Psoriasis, while it's a chronic condition, it can come and go. It can flare when you get sick, when you're stressed out, and it can flare with certain medications. It can flare with certain underlying medical conditions. Depending on the severity of your psoriasis, the shampoos I'm going to be recommending in today's video may really help control the psoriasis in your scalp, or it may be something that plays a supporting role and you need, of course, other treatments. When you take care of your scalp as someone with scalp psoriasis, you need to know a few things about shampooing that are going to make or break whether or not you have success with these shampoos. First of all, when it comes to shampooing, remember, medicated shampoos in particular are scalp-directed products. These are meant to go on your scalp, not on the ends of your hair. They're not meant for that. I'm pointing that out because the shampoos I'm going to be recommending in this video, they are on the drying side. If you go lathering them to your ends, not only are they not needed there, but they're going to leave the hair dry, brittle, unmanageable, prone to tangles. So direct these shampoos to the scalp. Always follow the instructions of a given shampoo when it comes to how to use it. Some shampoos, in fact, all of the shampoos in this video will explicitly tell you, leave the shampoo lather on the skin surface for a few minutes before rinsing it out. The reason this is so important for psoriasis is that the areas of psoriasis in your scalp, they consist of skin that is thickened. It doesn't take stuff up in the same way that non-psoriasis affected skin does. So that contact time is very important for the scalp psoriasis in particular. After you let that lather sit on the scalp for a few minutes, then rinse it out. Make sure you rinse it out completely. You don't need a large volume of shampoo to get all of the scalp. So don't go pouring a ton in your palms and lathering it up because that's going to take longer to rinse out. You increase the chances that you leave behind some shampoo residue, and that can be irritating to your scalp. After you rinse it out, then you're going to want to take a conditioner of your choosing. I'm not recommending conditioners in today's video. Why? Because we are talking about scalp psoriasis. Conditioner is not a scalp-directed product. So pick a conditioner that works for your hair type. After you rinse that shampoo out, direct the conditioner to your strands. Conditioner will help to improve the manageability of your hair and cut down on dryness and brittleness that might result from using one of these shampoos. Leave the conditioner on the ends for as long as the given conditioner instructs you to, and then rinse it out completely. The other thing, this is so important, okay? I know you're like, we're here for shampoo recommendations. You can't jump the gun though, okay? You can't jump onto the shampoo recommendations without knowing this most important thing. When it comes to taking care of your scalp psoriasis, this is going to be a game changer for you. You have got to avoid scrubbing. I know I say that in a lot of videos. Don't scrub the skin, don't pick at the skin, but it's so important here. Why? Psoriasis is a condition that exhibits something known as the Kebner phenomenon, or the isomorphic response. Basically, anytime there is trauma, rubbing, excessive friction, skin injury, that actually causes the psoriasis to come out, okay? So if you go scrubbing, if you try and pick that flaky stuff off, it's gonna bring out more psoriasis. Initially, it might look good, but really what it's doing is putting gasoline on the fire, so to speak, of your psoriasis and making more of it come out. Also, be mindful in your day-to-day life what kind of stuff you are doing to your scalp. Could be aggravating your psoriasis as well. Are you wearing a tight hat that puts a lot of friction? Noticing you're getting psoriasis breakouts where the hat rubs? Yeah, isomorphic, Kebnerization. Avoid really tight hairstyles that put a lot lot of traction on the scalp. Tough on your skin, that'll elicit more psoriasis. Try and stay away from heat styling. Don't use really hot blow dryers. That can definitely aggravate your psoriasis in your scalp. All right, now that you have those pointers, what shampoos are there that can help this out? You'll notice some of these shampoos overlap with, well, anti-dandruff shampoos because, again, kind of as I suggested at the beginning, there can be some overlap between the two. The first one, MG217 Medicated Coal Tar Conditioning Shampoo. Coal tar is very helpful for psoriasis. It's anti-inflammatory, it's soothing, it helps alleviate the itch, and it also helps kind of suppress the abnormal proliferation that is occurring in the cells of the psoriasis spots. Like I said, the skin there is thickened. You may not notice that just by looking at it, but if you run your hands over it, oftentimes you can feel it is raised up because the skin cells in those particular areas, they're dividing too much, they're dividing abnormally. And coal tar, to a certain extent, can help normalize that. Ultimately, that's going to help with the psoriasis quite a bit, may even thin these areas out, which is really good because them being so thick makes it more challenging for your psoriasis medications, if necessary, to penetrate, things that you put on the scalp that have been prescribed by your dermatologist to treat your psoriasis. Now, the downside of using a coal tar shampoo, if you've ever used one, is that they smell. Okay, coal tar is not a pleasant aroma. This particular coal tar shampoo does have fragrance. Okay, so if you're allergic, this would not be one for you, but it's very good. Again, when you use this shampoo, massage it into the scalp, let the lather sit on there for a few minutes, and then rinse it out. How often do you use this shampoo? Do you use it every night? No, just use it 2 to 3 nights a week. Now, I often get this question. After I rinse it out, do I need to use another shampoo? Can I use my regular shampoo? You can, but it's not necessary, and it may make your hair in the long run even drier. I would stick to using this 2 to 3 nights a week. The nights that you use it, I would just use this as your shampoo. I wouldn't use another shampoo. Now, you're free to use any shampoo that you want on the non-medicated shampoo nights, but if you use this, leave the lather in the scalp for a few minutes, then rinse it out, and then shampoo with another shampoo, you might find that this ends up drying out your scalp and your hair. It's not to say you can't, but just keep that in mind. Number 2, Neutrogena's T-Sal Shampoo. This is a 3% salicylic acid shampoo, and I know what you're thinking, hey, you recommend that for dandruff. Yep, I do. It's good for both psoriasis and dandruff, and people who have an overlap between the two, aka SIBO psoriasis. So salicylic acid, you know a lot about already from my acne videos. It is an exfoliant, and it loves oily surfaces. Nothing is oilier than a scalp. Scalp has the highest density of oil glands anywhere on your body. So salicylic acid, if you're going to exfoliate the scalp, that's the ingredient to be looking for. It helps to remove scalp buildup, to exfoliate the scalp. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that can directly help the psoriasis spots. Salicylic acid is exfoliating, so it will help to smooth out and get rid of some of that flaky buildup that limits penetration of your psoriasis medications. How do you use this? Again, a small volume, lather it into the scalp, let that lather sit on the scalp for a few minutes while you're in the shower, and then rinse it out. After you rinse it out, follow with a conditioner. The nice thing about this particular shampoo is that it is free of fragrance. So if you're allergic to fragrance, this is an option. How often do you use it? 2, maybe 3 times a week at most. On the other nights, you are free to use whatever shampoo you want. Number 3, Dermarest Psoriasis Medicated Shampoo Plus Conditioner. Now, this is very similar in a sense to what we just talked about with the Neutrogena shampoo, in that it is a 3% salicylic acid shampoo. This one's a little bit fancier because in addition to 3% salicylic acid, which can reduce the flakiness and can also help calm down inflammation in the scalp, remove scalp buildup, it also has something called zinc PCA, which is moisturizing, soothing, and anti-inflammatory. This is also one that you might want to try if you're somebody who has a drier hair texture. It's a little bit more moisturizing, hence the plus conditioner for the roots of the hair. How often do you use it? 2 to 3 nights a week. And again, you're free to use your regular shampoo on the non-medicated shampoo nights. For some people, these shampoos are going to be enough to really help clear up the psoriasis, but for the vast majority of people with psoriasis, they're also likely going to need a medication that is prescribed to them to control the psoriasis further. So these shampoos, while they can be very helpful, they often play a supporting role in managing the signs and symptoms of psoriasis. The other thing that I suggest when it comes to using these medicated shampoos is take it a little bit further if you really want to get the most out of them. And that is, especially if you have a lot of hair or long hair, is to go ahead and part your hair into sections and apply the shampoo to the scalp section by section. So you really can get it directly there on the scalp as opposed to just going in and kind of rubbing it all around. Okay, that is another way to really get good distribution. And then the other tip I have for using these is when you're in the shower, it's kind of the default to shampoo our hair upright, but consider flipping your head over and getting the lather to the back of your scalp. It's easy, especially if you have a lot of hair. You have long hair, tilt your head from side to side to really get the sides of your scalp and behind your ears, vertex, crown of your scalp, all surfaces. Not only is this a good habit to get into for using a medicated shampoo, it's also a good habit to get into for using your regular shampoo for the purposes of cleaning the scalp. When you use your regular shampoo for washing your scalp, really the goal is to remove oiliness, okay? Because again, there are a ton of oil glands up there. And so by making sure that you get that shampoo lather, and again, you don't need a ton of shampoo, by making sure that you get it to all surfaces of the scalp, it really can help cut down on scalp oiliness as well. Like oily, greasy hair, sometimes that's related to just not distributing the shampoo over the scalp sufficiently. All right, guys, so that's a wrap up my top 3 medicated shampoo recommendations for scalp psoriasis. Now, if you want to know more about psoriasis, on the end slate, I'm going to link one of my more recent psoriasis directed videos, so check that one out next if you missed it. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!